Aguas, Puerto Rico, Evangel, Miguel, Cotto.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. It's time for This Week in Boxing, where we give you the news, reviews and the facts from the past week.
Yes, sir.
So let's go over a quiet week of fights. Let's just say there's other smaller fights, but the main two fights this week was Friday night. We had Tony Thompson versus Malik Scott.
Yep.
And last night we had one of the Charlo brothers, Jermall Charlo versus Yusaf Mack.
Yeah.
Let's start with Friday night and Tony Thompson versus Malik Scott. Tony Thompson's always been the gatekeeper of the heavyweight division. You don't beat Tony Thompson unless you're a top 10 contender. We all know what Tony Thompson did when he came over and beat David Price, but Tony Thompson has finally got old. He lost Friday night, and he admitted himself that if he was younger, he would have whooped Malik Scott's ass. There was not much in the fight. I saw a few rounds of the fight. I ain't seen the whole fight completely, but I guarantee now, every up-and-coming heavyweight wants to fight Tony Thompson now, when they were avoiding him like the plague previously.
You say that, but a lot of up-and-coming heavyweights have fought him. No, David Price, Solis, people
So I say up-and-coming.
No, in terms of, you say gatekeeper as well. So
gatekeeper,
in terms of that gatekeeper thing, people have said, okay, we beat Tony Thompson and we're through. You know, you say age is a problem with Tony Thompson, and I kind of go with that. He's 44 years old, but he's a very still healthy looking 44-year-old, not been in too many wars. You know what the problem was as well? I was reading all the comments before the fight where he's kind of doing all these little sound bites, and he said, I'm going to knock out Deontay Wilder and then I'm going to have my trilogy with Vladimir Klitschko. Again, I'm going to knock out Deontay Wilder. We've been sparring. He's a couple of inches taller than me. I used him for the Klitschko fight. I can't wait to knock him out. I'm thinking, you do know you're fighting Malik Scott, don't you?
Yeah.
He overlooked Malik Scott. I mean, I didn't hear one interview where he actually mentioned Malik Scott's a tough fight for me.
Yeah.
It was almost like, I'm going to knock out Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder was ringside as well, and then I'm going to fight Klitschko. And I'm thinking, look, Tony Thompson, you're an experienced man. I expect you to be on the ball a bit more better here, because we saw how we knocked Malik Scott down, I think, the 9th.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, oh, shit, I'm in a fight here, what can I do? Bang! A little too late. And I feel like he might look at that thing and think, yes, I'm old, but damn, if I only like put the pressure on this kid from the early rounds, we know what Malik Scott, how his fragility is like, I could have got a result here. So he might look at it and think, I might call it a day now, 44, 45, but he might also look back and think, I overlooked over this kid.
Yeah. It's funny you say that, because I tweeted, we got a tweet on, I think it was on Friday, just before the weigh-in, just after the weigh-in, and I tweeted back and said something along the lines of, Tony Thompson is too disciplined, and Malik Scott doesn't have the mental strength.
Yeah.
And former champion Lehman Brewster favoured it and retweeted it back. Whereas, like, again, everyone had perceptions that Tony Thompson is the smarter, more mentally strong fighter, and Malik Scott's not. Malik Scott showed, guess what? I can get up from being put down, which he's never really showed. Each time he's been put down or hurt, it's kind of like he's kind of broken up and crumbled up. He actually kept it together. So give credit to Malik Scott.
I do give credit to Malik Scott, but the problem now is I almost wanted Tony Thompson to win. That sounds bad by saying it, because I know Deontay Wilder would have took that fight. Yeah. And Tony Thompson would have took that fight. That fight would have happened. Malik Scott's already been smoked in 91 seconds, and he's nowhere near fighting Vladimir Klitschko or Tyson Fury winning. Do you know what I mean? But he puts himself in that mix again. And maybe him against someone like an Amir Mansour eventually down the line. Someone of that ilk, someone of around the top 15, top 20, to see where he goes.
Yeah, no, agreed. Let's move forward. Let's go with last night's fight. Jermall Charlo against Alcine. 6-round KO. Was it KO, TKO?
6 or 5? Was it 6?
I thought it was 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 or 5-round KO. Again, so it's early morning, guys, real early, so I haven't seen the fight as of yet. All I know is that after impressive performance against a guy he's supposed to beat, but he's called out Mayweather straight after, saying, look, you've got the belts, you said you're retired, relinquish them or fight. Fair enough point?
Fair point. It's hard for me to give him as much plaudits for that performance as I see a lot of people have done online. Alcine has Before I seen his little run where he's done a win, a draw, and a win.
Yeah.
He lost 6 in a row.
Yeah, Asim was a good fight.
Lost 6 in a row.
When we lost to Asim, had a real good fight.
Do you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You can call out Mayweather, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
But call out Mayweather after knocking out a kid that has won his last 10 or something.
Yeah.
Don't call out Mayweather after you beat a guy that is sort of 6 and 3 in his last 10 fights or whatever.
Don't get me wrong. I think Charles tremendously talented. I think he's got all the attributes. But similar to what I mentioned about Callum Smith, minus 1 or 2 of his opponents, all the fights he's had, you know he's supposed to win.
Yes.
Yeah. Take out the fight with Vans.
Yeah.
And who else did he fight before that? He fought another fight. But the point I'm making is that the guys you're fighting are the guys you're supposed to beat and you're supposed to win, so it doesn't give you much stature.
Yeah.
We know you got the ability, we know you got the speed, the technical, the strength, you know you got everything, but you're beating guys that are just there for you to beat.
Yeah.
For you to ask for the higher level of fighters, you need to fight these guys more consistently.
Yeah, I mean, you call that Mayweather, who, let's be honest, is a 147. Yes, I know he's got a 154 title, but he's fighting out. He's comes into it 150, 151. Yeah. Call out Demetrius Andrade and call out Lara.
Yeah.
Call those guys out. Those guys are ready to fight at 154, and then we'll see where you are. Because right now, your biggest name on your record is still Vans and probably Rosado, who lost again, who's got an awful record as well.
Alright, then let's move forward and let's go with the news for the week. Let's start with Ken Hirschman steps down from HBO.
Interesting.
Yeah. Ken Hirschman used to be he used to be the director of operations for boxing at HBO. Prior to that, he was at Showtime where he created the Super Six and created. Actually, there was a time in boxing when Showtime and HBO were kind of neck and neck. Ken Hirschman came along and took it above HBO.
Took it above Showtime.
Yeah, took it above HBO because he was with Showtime previously.
Okay.
He made Showtime with a smaller budget, basically the best pay-per-view channel for boxing in America. After the Super Six, HBO poached him, brought him over. At HBO, yes, he's overseen some big fights, including the Mayweather Pacquiao, but his tenure was not really that great due to the market change of Al Heyman. Do you think he's been pushed out, or do you think he's stepping down?
I don't think he's been pushed out. I just feel like you kind of look at the market, you look at the landscape, you look at the future, and you kind of feel, man, we could be in trouble here. And I feel like if I'm a sports exec, I'm kind of thinking, as good as I think I am at my job, what can I do when boxing's now on free TV and we're a pay-per-view channel or a pay channel? It's difficult. The market's completely changing. And I feel like you're going to see a lot of changes, not just at HBO, at Showtime, at Spike. A lot of these channels are going to think, should we just stop? Not just stop, but you know what I mean? We have to look at what we do completely different now, and we only could maybe put on huge marquee events. In terms of putting on these little small HBO cards, features on PBC.
No, you're right. You're right. It's almost the best time to leave now when you're the head of executive producer of sports and boxing at HBO. That's a huge title and a huge job. You go into any TV production job anywhere else with that type of credentials. Al Heyman, and sticking with the TV schedules and the way things are playing out, have you seen that PBC is trying to come over to the UK? They apparently got the former head of BT Sports who's trying to, behind, again, like happened in America, behind closed doors, opening doors for other channels to pick up the PBC brand.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. I just feel like Sky Sports, in terms of boxing, have had the market too easy for themselves for the last 4 or 5 years, and I feel like BT Sports, I think it will be shown on BT Sports. There's rumours about it. I don't mind competition. I don't mind competition because competition means that the others, in terms of Box Nation and if ITV want to come into it again and Sky Sports,
they have to up the ante.
So we'll see what they do.
So I tell you what I was upset with Sky Sports. Not that Sky Sports box coverage is really, really good. But
I don't think it's really, really good.
No, it's good.
I'll give it one really.
No, it's good.
No,
it's good.
Good.
They provide the online content. They had ringside. They provide the cover-up shows, the build-up shows. So what they put together well. But what I was upset with Sky Sports was about 3 or 4 years ago. Once the matchroom deal came in, they really stopped promoting the US cards. Unless it had a association with a matchroom fighter, you wouldn't get none of the US cards. So we were left to go to Box Nation. Box Nation is fine, but you should, if you're selling boxing or promoting boxing, you should promote the whole sport, not just one segment of it, which is matchroom.
See, I wasn't too bothered about that. If I'm honest with you, I don't mind Box Nation picking them up. Box Nation picking them up. What I was upset about was the fact that they chopped all the other promoters.
Yeah.
Hatton lost his deal.
Yeah.
You know, everyone else lost. Chop. And I thought that was unfair.
Yeah.
It give them a couple of dates. You know what I mean? To give Matchroom exclusively all the dates,
20 dates. So yeah,
just ruins all the local promoters. And I feel like that was wrong. Do you know what I mean?
That was wrong.
You got some good fighters on those other people's promotions that basically just ups and left and said, "Well, I can't fight it because I'm not on TV," and I think that was wrong.
No, and then also what it does as well, it makes other new fighters or young fighters sign with that market promoter only because they've got the TV date
Straight away.
So it kills our promoters.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah. So that's what I was upset about.
Yeah.
So now they have competition.
They have competition. The thing about it though is that if PBC comes into the UK market, as the PBC brand is, won't that limit our promoters as well?
Yeah. That means they up the ante.
The other promoters that can't have the budget of a Matchroom or a Frank Warren, that are struggling to make their own small shows, this pushes them straight out of the market.
No, I don't think it does. I think that Al Heyman and PBC will work with other promoters to get British talent on the cards. Yeah. Maybe if it's not the first or second fight on the card, but for the undercard fights, they'll get some of the British talent on. No. And let's be honest, look how much Frank Warren's improved his cards because he's been forced to.
No,
because of what Sky Sports done. We've always said Frank Warren's cards are pretty deep.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Might not be the marquee talent, but always get good matchups.
No, but you get 13 good fights from top to bottom, from 5 o'clock in the evening.
There you go. Sometimes it's too many good fights. So you never know. It could have
valid point. Yusaf Mack.
I was waiting for this story.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what can we just start with this story? When you started with Hirschman, I was like, what is Ryan doing? Let's just get the big one out of the way. Let's get the elephant out of the room.
There's so many stories here. Yusaf Mack.
Your friend. You've lied to him as a boxer for years. What are you going to do? You're going to deny him now, yeah? You can deny him.
Alright.
For people that might not know him, he fought Carl Froch after Carl Froch beat Bute.
Yeah.
And stopped him in the third round?
Early.
Third round.
Yusaf Mack, and before he retired, I don't know who his last fight was, but he only lost to the top guys.
Yeah.
Always fought for world titles, but always lost to the top guys.
Yeah.
Was a good fight, was a contender.
I remember he lost to Tavares Cloud, I remember those fights.
He lost to Andre Ward as well.
Yeah, and Bute.
Yeah.
No, not Bute, no, not Bute, Carl Froch.
Yeah. But to cut a long story short, Yusaf Mack's been caught in a porn sex scandal where apparently he was involved in gay sex on video.
What's the pause for?
No, I'm trying to.
That was it?
Again. Yeah, okay, that's it.
Yeah.
Let's start from the facts. Yusaf Mack said that he's broke, had no money, which is poor again for a former contender.
Well, not when you've got 10 kids.
Yeah, he's got
that's
10
poor
kids.
on your part.
He's got 10 kids.
Because, I mean, don't remember, we all like the little, whatever. 10 kids, you've got to work at your finances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got 2, that's hard, isn't it?
It's hard.
10?
Yeah.
Imagine you and then times yours by 5.
Must be mad.
Jesus, man.
So he's short for money. He was contacted on Facebook or through social media to do a porn shoot.
Yes.
Apparently with females.
As you do, just turn up.
He turned up.
Yes.
Yeah, some place. He said, he was ready. There was naked women walking around.
Yes.
So he needed something to get him going for the show. Yeah. So they gave him a pill.
Yes.
And some vodka.
Which does make sense. That bit makes sense. That bit makes sense.
I'm gonna pill and vodka.
Yes.
And then the next thing he knows, he's on a train with £4,500 in his pocket.
So he just woke up on the train?
Yeah.
Woke up on the train.
So this video apparently happened sometime at the end of last year.
Yeah. Now
recently it's been found on some website.
Have you seen it yet?
Why would I see it?
I'm just saying to verify it's actually a legit video. Well, we've not verified this. In terms of, if we're lawyers right now, we're just going on the hearsay.
I'm going for the story I read.
Okay.
I have no need or interest to watch the video.
Okay, cool.
So now it's turned out that some people who know, it's rumours coming that he's in this gay video, or this gay porn video. So he's obviously disputed it and saying that he was drugged.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna criticize anyone to do what they want to do. Everyone could live their own life. That's fair enough. I'm saying I have no problem with homosexual people. You have no problem with homosexual people. It is fine to do what you want. But what my concern is that the porn industry is notoriously shady. Yeah, for males and females. You've heard stories. I've heard stories. You read an article about the porn. It's like the worst industry ever to go in. Why is a grown man?
I don't know anything about the porn industry.
All right then. the mistake he made, yeah, is that your mama and your dad had told you when you were a little boy. You don't take pills from strangers.
Don't take nothing from strangers, they say.
Exactly. He went there.
Did your mum tell you don't take pills from strangers?
No, not pills, but don't take nothing from strangers.
Yeah.
Don't take sweets from strangers. Don't take sweets from strangers. He's gone there with a bunch of strangers and took a random pill, God knows what it was, and now they say he got violated.
Yeah, I think Yousef Mack is missing out chunks of the story. I think chunks. First of all, I don't think he randomly got this message on Facebook. I mean, who randomly gets message on Facebook? Would you like to be in a porn video? It just doesn't happen. And I feel like, yes, he saw ladies going round, but equally, because unless it's a lesbian shoot, equally he must have seen men walking around as well. You know, look, let's be honest, Yusaf Mack, and we've done this when we talked about Kid Galahad. We've done this when we talked about Antonio Tarver. You're lying. You had gay sex.
He got caught.
And you got caught. You probably thought you weren't going to come out. You probably thought you were wearing a mask. You weren't going to notice your body. It was you. You got caught and you made $4,500 from it. That's it.
Listen, yeah.
Yes, you might like ladies. We know you like ladies. You've got 10 kids. But it doesn't mean you don't like men as well.
Very good point. Very good point. He's got caught. He's got 10 kids.
Yeah.
He's got a fiance.
Yeah.
He's embarrassed.
Yeah.
All these boys in Philly are saying, "Oh, what you doing in this video? Rare."
Yeah.
He's embarrassed. He got caught, and he lied.
The worst thing about it all is $4,500.
Yeah.
What's that? 2,800 quid. 2,800 quid. I mean, really and truly, what does that do for 10 kids anyway?
I don't know. There's what's the word they use? I read.
He's trying to sue us.
No, yes, no, they're going to counter sue. They said they're going to counter sue.
Of course they're going to counter sue.
Gay for pay is the phrase.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yeah, where you're straight, but they'll pay you to have sex.
Oh,
that's the phrase they were using.
That's what they've said.
No, that's the phrase around in that industry. Yeah. So here's what's happening now is that he said he's suing them. The company said they're going to sue him back because they never drugged no one.
Yeah.
They say it's hurting their reputation.
That's true. No, it will be. And like I said, I feel like Yusaf Mack, and we'll end on this. You've just missed out a few bits of your story. Yeah. That's all it is. Right now, you've missed out a few bits. You've been caught, and because your story doesn't convince me at all.
I strongly believe in your instincts and who you are is who you are. How many times you've been out, or I've been out, or anyone has been out and had too much to drink, or if you smoke, or if you do whatever you do, and you've been totally mashed up. It doesn't change who you actually are. The point I'm making is that I don't get drunk or have too much to drink and start going out and killing people or robbing banks. You have your natural instincts.
You like to fight though.
Obviously, got into this scenario and his natural instincts were to actually do what he wanted to do. No, seriously, that's not being bad. I'm trying to say, taking alcohol or drugs does not change you who you are in your natural ability to do what you want to do.
But this pill could have been something. I mean, jokes aside, this pill could have been
ecstasy or anything.
Could have been anything. Yeah, and if he's never taken anything like that, it could be. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's my only defense in him, and I'm trying not to defend him, but he could have been taking something that he's never taken before, and you don't know how your body reacts to something like that.
Quigg Frampton apparently signed 28th of February.
Where'd you hear that?
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Tell me you missed this one.
Missed it completely.
Everything's done and dealed. Okay, basically everything's signed and sealed except there's some minor details. They should be announcing it this week. That's from Eddie Hearn and from Barry McGuigan in Manchester.
Ooh.
Sky pay-per-view.
Oh yeah, 100% though.
Yeah,
100% pay-per-view fight. Yeah. Surprised. I'm very surprised. I'm surprised that A, it's being done. I'll be honest, I'm a bit shocked. And I'm surprised at B that it's in Manchester. Yeah. I'd never, you know what I mean? There's no way then that pay-wise this is a 50-50 fight pay. Yeah. Frampton's definitely getting a bigger purse here by a chunk.
I think he deserves a bigger purse. Yeah. I think the rumour has it is that obviously...
Must be about 70-30.
No, not that bad.
I think for it to be in Manchester.
Matchroom's association and friendship with Uncle Al was the bridging for the fight.
So Uncle Al's basically got them two together and said, look, shut up Eddie, shut up Barry, fight's on. Yeah. I wonder if it'll be shown on PBC as well then. No, I think what's this contract with PBC then, Frampton? I mean, what do you know what I mean? Like,
no, again, you have the PBC branding with Matchroom. They do it all the time.
You mean in the ring kind of thing, or the build up to it and stuff? Yeah. It's about time. You know what it is though. I'll be honest with you. Especially, it sounds stupid, but I've not got that much interest in it. Like you've told me the fight's happening. I'm not jumping up. You know what I mean? I'm not like, whoa!
I'm excited. I'm excited.
I'm not. Maybe as it gets closer to the day, I'm not as
We
excited.
spoke about earlier on about Al Heyman taking over the UK market. This could be the first fight for that. No, in terms of a PBC show based in the UK in association with a separate promoter, the same way he does in America, where Match is the promoter, but the branding, bam.
Never. Sky Sports would never
Sports,
ever do that.
Sky Sports, Matchroom Sports, PBC.
No chance.
Bam.
No.
Could definitely happen.
No. Sky Sports wouldn't put. No sports channel would broadcast another sports channel. It just wouldn't do it.
No,
PBC
it's a brand. It's a brand.
No, but it's Premier Boxing Champions. It's a boxing channel. You wouldn't promote it. It's not possible.
When we go to press conference events, you have the big banner there, and it's got Matchroom Sports, Sky Sports, Betfair, and it's got all the other promoters on there.
No, it hasn't got. But it's got the minor
branding. No, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's a group branding.
I'll be flabbergasted.
So okay, Sky's a major entity, Matchroom's a major entity, but now it's PBC's becoming a major entity.
Yeah, but no,
I'm saying that
the composition
together,
as a promoter, the composition for Matchroom is PBC. Especially if they're going to enter this British market, it'll be eventually will be PBC. Especially if they're talking about the BT Sports. So for them to promote the competition, boy, I'll be utterly shocked if that happens.
It'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
But yeah, it's about time it happens. It's strange how it's happened now. I don't know. I feel like I don't know why it's happened now. Maybe it's Frampton's last performance in America didn't get the crowd as excited, and maybe those big fights in America are not yet on the market or on the table. So it's almost like it's not being forced to take it, but the Santa Cruz and the Abner Mars fights are just, we're not ready for those fights yet, guys. Let's take a step back, and I don't mean that Rudy to Scott Quigg, but let's take a step back from where we thought we were to go for Quigg. Yeah. And good fight. There must be a huge amount of rematch clauses in this fight.
Alright, let's move forward and go.
Who wins?
Who wins? Yeah. You know I'm going for it.
You've gone Quigg, innit? You've gone Quigg, I've gone
Quigg already. I've said before, I'll say, same thing I told you, you were there when I spoke to, when we spoke to Barry Hearn, that Frampton will be up on points and Quigg will get him.
No chance.
Late.
No chance.
Yeah.
No chance.
That's my prediction.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
Let's go with some more fight news. Roy Jones versus Enzo Maccarinelli. Signed for December. They announced it for the WBA title. The WBA have refused that, saying no.
Well done. Good.
They're saying how can you fight for the title when you're over jumping Lebedev, who's the regular champion, and their interim or regular is
interim. That's right.
No, interim is Shumenov.
Yeah. Oh, Shumenov. Yeah.
Shumenov. Yeah.
Shumenov's cruiserweight now.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
When I straight after the Hopkins fight.
Okay.
Yeah. It's Shumenov. And they said that both of them are not ranked within the top 15. This is from the WBA. So I don't know what's going on there, but they announced it. They'll be saying no. Does this fight have a world title before going to the fight?
No. Doesn't deserve, I pray it doesn't. Doesn't deserve one. Shouldn't have one. I mean, Enzo's been fighting at light heavyweight for his last 4-5 fights.
Yeah, exactly. How does he get ranked at cruiserweight?
I mean, he's not exactly looked amazing at light heavyweight, where you think, okay, you deserve, naturally, if you're going up in weight, you deserve to kind of have a ranking of some sort.
He lost 2 fights ago to Bramer. So it's not like he's on a huge winning streak either. Either way, this fight's going ahead. Yeah, and they're pushing it as a world title.
Yeah.
I don't want to be bad to boxing, but this fight is bad to boxing. Enzo Maccarinelli does not have the chin at cruiserweight. Roy Jones does not have the chin at cruiserweight. Both could punch. Yeah, it's a matter of who lands first. Chances are it'll be Roy Jones. Roy Jones is a great Hall of Fame, one of the greatest fighters of all time. Roy Jones still has the speed. Yeah, if he puts one together or two together and catches Enzo, expect a brutal knockout. This fight will not go more than 5 rounds.
Yeah, and I agreed. It's a shame. I don't know. It's in Russia as well. It's just. I mean, I think Enzo said he was waiting for an opportunity. Then Frank Warren gave him the call and said, "Look, there's Roy Jones fights come up. Do you want it?" Obviously, he's going to take it. Yeah. It's good money. It's probably his last. It is hopefully his last fight and his last kind of way to earn some good money. Yeah. I just think Enzo, who's a bloody fantastic commentator, should just stick with that. I don't get this.
If I was Enzo, I'll come in really, really light. Enzo, for me, Enzo's best combination of size and power was at the old cruiserweight limit of 190. At 200 pounds, he was 200 pounds, but he didn't look 200 pounds. Yeah. At 190, he was fast, he was powerful, and that's when he was getting all the heavy knockouts. Coming around 185, 190, I mean,
I think his body's just got a problem, to be honest. I mean, this is a guy that clearly is a huge man.
Yeah.
And he's coming down at 1-to-1 fight at 175, then fight at 190, then 200.
He's about 6'4", you know that?
He's a big lump of a huge man. So how he's making 175 is beyond me.
He's taller than me. Yeah. Can you imagine me at 175?
No, he's just a big guy. He's thick as well. He's fixed as well. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
Man. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's stick with more fight news. Andre Ward is going to fight someone called Brand.
Yeah, I heard of it as well.
On the undercard. It's the first fight of a 3-fight deal with HBO, with the third fight meeting Kovalev. Good news there. I think that's good.
Yes.
I'm not happy with Andre Ward's opponent. Again, he's been trying to pick for a weaker opponent, but I'm happy that the fight is now set. So because everyone stopped to talk about GGG, the same way we said that Andre Ward couldn't approach GGG because he's fighting Lemieux, so let's stop the GGG talk. He's going for Kovalev.
Yeah, he's going
and
for
at 175.
Yeah. He's going for Kovalev, or should I say Kovalev's going for him?
Yeah.
Because I think my favourite's Kovalev for that fight. But I will say this about Andre Ward, and I'm so disappointed in Andre Ward as a fighter. This cherry picking thing that he's trying to do to fight names that no one knows at 175, I think is actually quite embarrassing.
No, the guy who's fighting Brand is actually a super middleweight that he's bringing up to 175.
I just find it embarrassing that I don't know what to say about Ward. To be fair, I'm a bit shocked. Because obviously there's been these comparisons to Hopkins. Hopkins wouldn't do this. No. Hopkins went from 160 to 175 to fight Tarver. No. Just for, he said, I lost to Jermaine Taylor. Give me who's the toughest guy at 175? Give me the guy. Yeah. It was Tarver, and everyone was like, "This is you're gonna lose." Yeah. I think even
Tarver, I'm not in 5 rounds.
Bruce Buffalo at the commentator was like, his last fight, and this guy's still fighting 10 years later, nearly. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what you do. I don't like these comparisons to Hopkins because there are no comparisons. People should stop it. Yeah, people compare us in the fact that they keep their body. Yeah. That's where the comparison ends. He's not old school mentality. Old school mentality don't pick fights that sanctioning bodies are refusing. This is pathetic. And I feel like his name being associated with Hopkins is an embarrassment right now. And hopefully when he fights Kovalev, we might see the real Andre Ward, but I don't know. I don't know. Why aren't you fighting Kovalev now? Why not fight Kovalev right now?
As I mentioned a second ago, obviously, I don't know if you guys heard, it's official as well. Kovalev, Pacquiao, 30th of January in Canada, I think it is again.
Is it January or December? I thought the fight was in December.
No, January.
Okay.
30th of January.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, I'm not happy with that fight either, to be honest.
I tweeted when I heard about it. I said, did I miss something in the first fight?
Yeah.
I actually said, what did I miss? Did I miss a knockdown from Pascal's part on Kovalev? What happened in the first fight to get a rematch for this fight? What did Pascal do?
And Pascal coming off that controversial draw win. Yeah,
I said it earlier, and I'm not trying to dig out on Cafe Duva and main events, and cause I think they're doing a fantastic thing. But this is the kind of fights that you think, if I'm Kovalev, I'm thinking, this isn't good enough.
I can't see any way how
this isn't good enough.
I can't see any way how Pascal wins this fight.
Oh, there's no chance. He hasn't got a hope in hell.
Secondly,
that's a bit much.
Let's go back. I swear I hate saying this because I say it for the past 3 weeks now. This is the market PBC has created. Whereas much as I love the PBC because it's giving us good fights and also giving us a little bit of clarity in boxing, it's killing our promoters. Cafe Duva, who is one of the big promoters but the smaller of the big promoters, has nowhere to take a pound for pound star.
I don't know if it's PBC. I look at the light heavyweight division, and I'm not too high on the light heavyweight division anymore either.
Yeah, let's try that a bit.
Let's try that a bit. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? I think it needs that Andre Ward blood coming up, and maybe a few other the 168 guys that are big at the weight coming up as well. I mean, there are talks about Badu Jack before he beat George Groves, and he struggles at the weight. It needs that bit of fresh blood now. Everyone. Even who's Adonis Stevenson fought? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's dying at 175. It needs more blood.
I think what's happened is you had a lot of the old guards come out quick.
Yes.
And that's why.
No one expected Dawson to disappear that quick.
No, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even Pascal in his last performance have said he's not shown much. Yeah. And then Kovalev and Stevenson really have just killed everyone else. Yeah. So there's not much left. So hence why Cleverly can come back. Yeah. Because there's no one else.
But Shane Mosley versus Liam Smith.
Is it or isn't it not happening?
Not happening. Not happening because of a rematch clause.
Yes.
Shane Mosley reckons he's got a big fight set for 2016.
Definitely has it. I believe he definitely has it.
And he says that if he wants a rematch has to take place within 10 weeks of the first match.
Yeah.
And obviously it had to be a competitive match. Because it's not worth him taking the risk to lose this big fight he's got for 2016. So
And he said he's tweet, and he did say, I'm taking short change relatively for that. Yeah. It would have been short change for the fight,
He's thrown the blame strictly on Frank Warren's camp, saying that, look, I'm a superstar, I'm coming over, I'm taking short money, as you mentioned, but if I already got a prior arrangement, I can't do an immediate rematch unless it's in this time scale.
If I'm Frank Warren, I'd have just signed anything to get him over.
Yeah.
Rematch clause, you can have it. You have it. Because it's Shane Mosley, and sometimes you need that. And
no, Frank Warren with the rematch clause, not Shane Mosley.
Yeah, sorry, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like Frank Warren want the rematch clause, isn't it? Yes, I'm trying to say. Not Shane Mosley didn't want the rematch clause. Exactly. So Shane Mosley is confident that I win this. I don't need a rematch. Where it's almost like Frank Warren's like not as confident to put that in. But I just feel like you need that changing of the guard kind of fight.
Yeah.
Crossing of the guard fight, and I think Mosley's way past that anyway now, but. For Smith to get your name big in America, you beat Mosley regardless. It helps you.
Yeah, Mosley with all your fighting shots said that no one was even talking about Liam Smith or who Liam Smith
until he mentioned
me,
which is true.
You know what I mean,
which is true. A lot of the top 154 guys, like for example, Charlo just fought. He didn't say give me Smith's title.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Having a belt is one thing. Being a marquee name and putting bums on seat
getting credibility
is another thing at all. I haven't heard any of the top 154 guys yet say, I want that kid Liam Smith's belt.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to take a risk and roll the dice, and Mosley would have been there. I would have gone to watch that if I would have paid. I wouldn't have asked for press, I would have paid to watch that.
Yeah, just a quick notice. Amir Khan said he's now the front runner for Pacquiao, for Pac-Man again.
Oh, we started that again.
Yeah.
I
thought we withdrew from the negotiations because they weren't making moves quick enough. But now he's the front runner again.
When was the Algeria fight out of interest?
Oh, actually, I thought it was a while ago.
Was it May? Was it around?
Yeah, summer.
Summer?
Yeah, early summerish.
What's going on with him then?
What's
going on with every welterweight?
He's supposed to be fighting in December.
What's going on with welterweights?
You know, Thurman Porter's off as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to be December as well. That fight's definitely going to happen, they're saying.
But not in December.
Not December for whatever reason.
Everyone's obviously making far too much money, don't want to fight, you know, have to get into training camps. What is going on with boxers?
To be fair, though, I will say this though. The schedule right now for the end of this year is so thick. Maybe that's the reason why they're not announcing these certain fights, because you get stuck in the midst.
Yeah, but no, if you're marquee fights, which those guys are marquee names, you don't get stuck in the midst. You are the midst. You're the ones that you know. Because right now, look at December, and you say it's thick. What's the major fight in December apart from Joshua White? What's the big fight in December?
We got the Frank Warren card in December. We got the Luis Ortiz, Brian Jennings in December.
Again,
I'm just trying to think off the top of my head.
There's nothing.
There's no fight in December. Big fight. Golden Boy's got a card up in December as well. Big card in December.
That means it's not marquee.
No, I'm trying to think of the card.
There's nothing. You know what I mean? They should be fighting in December.
Who am I missing?
I don't think you're missing. I think don't worry. I think there's names.
Names.
But I don't think there's this wonder. Like November's a this ridiculous month. December's not too high.
Rigo has been stripped by the WBO.
Read this in the week.
And he may sue them.
Why?
Because they didn't support him along the way. Also,
sue the manager.
Yeah. Also, the WBA has made him champion in recess. Yeah. So basically, Rigo is no longer a world champion.
It's a sad story with Rigo. You know, this is a very sad story. To be fair, WBO's statement was very. I don't know if you've read their statement.
Yeah.
It was quite heartfelt.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we're sorry. It's almost like they were apologising for stripping you. We're sorry, but there is a queue of guys behind you.
Yeah.
And the belt's not necessarily about you. It's about something you attain to.
Yeah.
You holding this belt means the guys that are working their butts off behind you to get a world title can't get it, and that makes perfect sense to me. Perfect sense.
Rigo and his camp are trying to blame the WBO, which is ridiculous. Yeah, you have a team. WBO don't make fights. They give you a mandatory whatever, but you've got to fit into their rules and regulations. His manager, his promoters, Rigo himself are saying, "Where are my fights? Where are my fights? Where are my fights?" That's your team. You don't go to the WBO and say, "Make my fight, promote my fight, give me an arena, give me money." They are a sanctioning body. Your promoter and your managers do this stuff.
Yeah, but is he? Where's his mandatory, sir?
He's saying they weren't giving a mandatory.
Yeah.
They said the WBO reckon they gave him a free pass on a mandatory because obviously they know they had problems getting fights.
That's their fault then. That's their fault.
No, it's not their fault.
They should be given the mandatories.
They're saying you can fight whoever you want to fight.
No, but
and then you don't fight no one.
No. But they should be saying, "Here's your mandatory. You're fighting him." They shouldn't say, "I'm allowing you to pick like Mayweather." They should say, "That's your fight. He's won his last 4. He's your mandatory. Now it's up to the promoters to make that fight.
Who was Rigo supposed to fight? And no one wanted the fight. They said it's not a marquee fight. It was a mandatory and said it's not a marquee fight. And they didn't let him. The HBO didn't want it shows on it when no one wanted the fight.
Yeah.
So I think WBO at that time understood that. Guess what? This guy's trying to make a little change. He's trying to fight, but obviously he needs to get a little money as well. They want to promote their belt. He's having a world title fight with a pound for pound number 3, and they can't get no TV deal.
That's not. But that's
not WBO's. That's not WBO. Yeah, that's not their business.
That's not their business. Yeah.
But I'm saying is that either way, they didn't give him a mandatory. He still hasn't fought for over a year.
I think what the problem is there is that with world titles, I mean, we remember when we talked about Lamont Peterson getting I think 50,000 for a title fight. I think Rigo's situation is where Rigo thinks I've got the belts. Yeah, that means I deserve £1 million a fight. Unfortunately, it's an entertainment sport, and right now, TV don't want you. No promoter. You're a free man. I'm still yet to hear promoters say I want to sign you. Yeah. And no one wants to fight you. You're in a weird position.
He was working for a deal with Al Heyman, and that fell through about 3-4 days ago. Yeah, for whatever reason, it fell through.
I feel like if I'm the other boxers, the other guys in and around that weight class, minus Lomachenko, I feel they should be embarrassed. If I'm a so-called world champion, if this is what I train all my life for, and there's a guy out there that has 2 belts, when all the other guys are carrying around the fake ones, and you're not calling them out and saying, "Give me that fight," be embarrassed. Yeah. Be embarrassed, because whatever I do, if I feel like I'm world champion, I feel like I'm the best. If there's a guy out there that everyone's saying is better than me, I'm fighting that guy. Let's do it. But these guys right now are almost waiting until he gets to 39 years of age. He's been on the shelf for 5 years, and now I'll call him out. It's embarrassing. All of you know who you are.
Flanagan's off the December card. He was going to fight Derry Matthews. Yeah. He's saying, guess what? He needs a rest. He had 2 back-to-back caps, hard camps. He's going to take a break. Derry Matthews stays on the card. But it's a fight you predicted, actually. Yeah. I think it's a bad move. It would be good to see him fight this year, but just his performances were quick and they were impressive. Minus the hand injury one for the other fight, but the training camps are tough. He said he's peaked. He said he's been training and he's peaked. He needs a rest. I can understand that.
You know, I will go with you on that. Yeah. But on the flip side, this is what people get pissed off about with Box Nation sometimes. You can't announce this, I've got this December card, and what was the title you gave it for it? I can't, Christmas Cracker December card. And say we've got Flanagan, we've got Smith, and we've got Billy. Okay, we haven't got Flanagan no more. Or Smith might not be fighting Mosley no more. And now it's like we're just left with Billy. Don't give us that and we go, oh my God, and then knock us down. It's definitely that's my problem.
It's definitely not going to card. I was excited about that card. That's the most time I might go to that card. I was excited for that one.
And Box Nation shouldn't get overly excited and announce this stupid bumper card, and then oh wait, that might not happen, and now Smith, Mosley, that's not going to happen, and now just announce Andy Billy just because that will sell itself, and then a small undercard, get Buglioni back on it. He maybe if it's too early. Mitchell Smith, what they've got, put those guys on.
Rumor for Liam Smith is Carlos Molina.
Oh, good name. Good name.
You
know, I'd accept that.
And Carlos Molina could box.
That's a very good name. Molina
was out boxing the shit out of Kirk, remember?
So Molina beat Ishe Smith for the IBF title, and then Smith, and then Molina lost to. Is it the same Molina that lost to Cornelius Bundle? Yeah, K9 got the title from Molina in Mexico. I think there's a couple. Something on those lines. It's decent.
They're decent fight,
better than anyone that Kell Brook's been fighting.
So I've got more fighting. Amin Mansour versus Arthur Spitzka for December as well.
Yeah,
that's right. Oh, here's a sad one as well. Sinan Sam Sam, former contender from Europe.
Heavyweight.
Heavyweight. Remember he beat up Danny Williams years ago. A really good performance.
Yeah.
And who did he lose to? I think I was really surprised. I was like, this guy's really, really good. And I think Carlos Gomez beat him. That's what beat him and kind of took him off. Passed away this week. 41 years old.
Of what? Did they say what?
I can't remember what I read. He passed away. I think some type of like liver disease or some sort of liver disease.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, 41 years old. He was a real good fighter.
Was he still boxing? Was he anywhere in and around?
No, he wasn't still boxing. He retired a few years ago.
Okay.
But he was a legit threat early on. I remember when he first come up, he was like, he was never in shape, never body beautiful, but he had power, he could box, he could move, you know what I mean? Yeah, but sad news, he passed, so condolences to his family.
Yeah, no, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Okay, last bit of news for me. Curtis Stevens, chin checker.
Yes.
Calling out Chris Eubank Jr. Actually posted it on Instagram or Twitter. A tombstone of Chris Eubank Jr. 1989-2016.
Wow. It's a bit deep, that is.
Yeah, it's a bit deep.
Death's a bit deep. Calm down, Curtis Stevens.
Saying,
He done the same thing to GGG, didn't he?
Said, I want piece of this right now. This guy is not ready. I think it's a bloody good fight.
Yeah, I don't think Matchroom are going to want that right now. To be honest, it's too risky a fight for Chris Eubank.
Yeah.
But then again, if Chris Eubank's calling that GGG, then this should be an easy winnable fight.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're the incarnation of Floyd Mayweather, Roy Jones Jr., Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, as your dad said, then it's a winnable fight. It's about Chris Eubank. He's good.
Yeah.
But I don't want people to get... I'm still going on... Look, Chudinov performance is his best performance. That was war. But even that was war against someone that I don't think should have been war against. And he lost to Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, he gave away the first 7 rounds.
Yeah.
Against elite level fighters, and
you can't do that.
You can't do that. And people might say, yeah, but Curtis Stevens, he is elite because he's in that. He fights elite fighters. He's in that, you know what I mean, bracket. And I feel like
so. Tell the problem to Chris Stevens Jr.
I'm not overly sold yet with Eubank Jr.
I think if Eubank Jr. was not a tremendous athlete, he wouldn't be a good boxer right now. I think he's got technical ability, but he doesn't use it. Similar to a young Roy Jones, where he uses more of his physical attributes more than his boxing mind.
Can't believe you put them guys in the same sentence.
No. Roy Jones is similar. They're not comparing them. Oh. Remember when Roy Jones was a young Roy Jones? He had no defense. His hands were down, slipping, blah blah. He was relying more on physical attributes, tremendous speed, tremendous power. And I think Chris Eubank Jr. is a similar type of fighter. Whereas right now he uses his speed, especially his hand speed. I'm trying to say, and his foot speed, to baffle fighters. But he's not actually boxing technically smart.
We'll see, but I just feel like there are levels, and I feel like Spike O'Sullivan's that good level first, and then let's see where you are. Let's see how he does with that fight.
I think Spike O'Sullivan is still a drop. I know Spike O'Sullivan is a name right now, and he's building up. But to go from Billy Joe Saunders,
Chudinov was a loss. Chudinov,
and then Chudinov, and then Jetta, and then Spike.
I think Spike's the same level as Chudinov. I don't think Chudinov's anything special.
No.
Spike O'Sullivan's only lost one. That was a close fight to Billy Joe. So to me, him and Eubank are in exactly the same predicament. Yeah.
But who is Spike fought of recent term? Yeah. That's world level, or is he still fighting the guys that are below world level?
Who's Chudinov fought?
No, that's what I'm trying. I
don't think it's a drop. Then I don't think it's a drop. I think they're equal billing. I think Chudinov and Spike are, to me, around the same kind of stance and same level. And I feel like, I do. I genuinely believe. I just think Chudinov had this fake belt, and it made him look a little bit better.
We'll see.
All right, fights next week.
My favourite fight, one of my favourite fights of the month. Callum Smith versus Rocky Fielding.
Yes.
Bradley versus Brandon Rios.
Yes. Good fight.
Yeah.
Good little scrap.
Yeah.
Good little scrap.
Obviously, that's it.
No, we've got Perfect Vac on Wednesday.
Perfect Vac on Wednesday, yeah. And guys, that fight's on at 1 o'clock in the daytime. So get your Sky Plus and record that one.
What do you mean 1 p.m?
Something like that, I've been told, yeah, 1 p.m.
Why?
Yeah, I saw it 1 p.m. daytime, I don't know.
And it's in Russia, yeah?
It's in Russia.
So it's a normal day fight?
No, so after the car starts, it maybe might be 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Remember when James Toney fought Lebedev, it was like 4:30 in the evening, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So something on those lines.
Strange one.
Yeah, so put your Sky Plus for that one.
Decent week then.
Very decent week. Very decent week.
All right, there you go, guys. So that's this week in boxing. This could be one of the short ones, I think.
Yeah.
I dare say, and it works out to be 55 minutes, but that's the news for this week. Remember to leave your comments below. Subscribe, please. Numbers are growing subscribers, but if you can subscribe, share the video, please. Share it Facebook, share it whatever sort of social media entity you want to share it with, please share the video. And thanks for watching another edition of this week in boxing. Cheers.